Hello again and welcome back. This video is continuing the fast track to your WordPress site, and we just changed the title of the site and the tagline for the site, and now in this video we will look at how to change the background. So again, everything happens in your back office, so to speak, in the control panel of your site, which is also called the dashboard. And what we want to be doing is, and there's a couple of routes you can go to this. You can either go to the appearance and themes. Now you can see the theme that you have on your site. These two others are, this one was installed as an option that you could leave it in or take it out when you did the installation for it. This one kind of comes along with it also. It's a previous theme of the WordPress platform. You may not really have a need for it, but in case you had a site previously and it had some plugins that are not yet updated to the newer version, then maybe it is better to use an older version and so on. On a general basis, I always recommend to go with a newer version, you know, so that they are updated for any security leaks or bugs or anything like that. So anyway, you can choose to change your some of the options here, and right now we will only be looking at the background. So you can either choose the background here, and you get in and can see what you have. So this is the panel here for choosing the background. Right now you have the gray. As you remember, this all is gray. This part out here is all your background, and what you can do is you can change it for a color. So I like to use a color that I like is well, let me just do like this. You can select the color. So I would like a bluish color, and then you can find a general blue that you like. This one looks nice, and then you can kind of like play around until you see what it is, right? Let's just say, for the heck of the matter, that you want to try this one. You then hit Save Changes. Go in and refresh your site, and bam, you change the black color, right? This maybe a little strong, I think, for now. This is a code for this particular color that you chose. Now, if you don't know a particular color that you want to have, then you might just want to try to cycle through here until you find something that you like. However, if you do have the code for a specific color you like and something that you want to remember for other things into your theme at a later point, then you can choose to put it in here. I actually have one that I want to be using, so I'm going to put that in here. Save changes. Let's go and see what that looks like. And it looks like this. Alright, so now you have your own title, you have your own tagline, and you have your own color. It now looks way more different already than what you had before. But you have more options to do. You can also choose to put in an image. So let's go and play with that. Now right now we don't have anything loaded onto there, so you will choose the browse section, and I have here my pre-installed images. I could try to use this one. Let's try that. Upload. So when you hit the browser, it goes to your computer. You can see your image, and then you upload it, and now you have a preview of what that will look like. So right now you can already see that it has done a few things for you. It is put here, you can see the options down here. It's put as a left aligned image, but it's also put in as a tile. And a tile means that it takes the image and multiplies it so that it fills out your entire background with the same image put together one after the other all the time. And it also has the scroll thing put in here. Now the scroll thing will not make much of a difference to you right now, possibly, but I'll show you at least when we do some changes. You can see how it affects things. But right now, let's try to hit the save, and then you can see what it looks like. So let's do that. There. So now you see it has a completely different look. It's it took my one image, so this one would be one image. It tiled them, put them all together, and you have a different look. You have definitely more to your own thing, right? Now it also removed all the coloring that you had, right? Because now it's only the picture. The color is actually still there, but it's behind the picture, so to speak. So let's look at a couple of other things you can do instead of tiling it. You can choose to say, I don't want it to repeat. You probably don't want it centered, because if you do centered, what will happen is it will be in here somewhere, and then you won't ever see it anyways. So let's put it at the left. We'll do no repeat. We'll just leave the scroll for now, and we put save changes. And I'm gonna go and refresh the site, and there you have it. So this is a completely different look. I'm not saying that it's a look that I like, but you know, it's just to give you an idea of how it can differ. The distance between the image and your content site, so to say, your content placeholder, will vary depending on the computer that you're looking at, on the computer you're working at. So you may need to think about those things also. So if you keep, you know, if you're working like I am doing right now on a very, very big screen, I have a lot of space. If I went to a smaller screen, I might not have much of a space. If I went to the mobile phone, it probably will only show this area here, which for the mobile phone is fine, right? But for, let's say, a smaller screen, you might want to make sure that it actually works optionally for what it is you want. Either that, or really make some choices about which image that you're making use of. I'm just gonna do one thing here, and that's really just, I just want to capture some images of how it looks, so that I have images for any written write-off of this kind of instruction. So just bear with me for one moment. I'll just take a quick screen capture. There we are. So anyway, let's go back. We can do another thing. We can say, okay, do repeat the image, but only on the horizontal level. So that means you get this kind of look. Let's save the changes, update it. And there you have it. So that's, see, now you have the color that you chose for your background, but you still also have your image. And it kind of, you know, it gives a completely different sense to it. You can also, instead of this, you can choose to have it vertically, so it's out here on the side instead. Update it, and it gives a completely different picture too, right? Now, the only thing again here with the vertical solution, again, this will differ depending on the screen you're at. With the horizontal, it's a little bit more different, because you will, unless you're on the mobile device, unless you're on the mobile phone, you always see the tile on top. And therefore you can keep getting your, you know, some sense of your ID for the page. So, you know, there is something there to be said for the top tile versus the vertical tile. But again, it's just really a matter of choice. And again, what I'm doing right now is just to make sure that I get my screen capture for the written instructions. Alright, so now if you didn't like this image and you wanted some other image, you just go back again, you hit the select image, hit the browse, it's going to open up a finder window on your computer, and then you find the one you want. Now I, of course, think, well, let's try this one. I can't remember if that's the right one. I put it in here, I'm going to upload it. And is it uploaded? Let's say save changes. Let me make sure we got it. Okay, so let's put this open, upload. Well, it did something. Let me see if it's the right picture that I'm trying to get hold of here, because otherwise I'm just wasting everybody's time on this. Oh, same image that I'm choosing, so that's why we don't see the changes. So, alright, let's go again. let's say that I rather wanted this image. This one here is a different one, so let's go for that one. Upload it and go and update. There you go. So now it's a completely different site, right? So anyway, let's keep it at that for now. I might very well change it in the future, but for now it's okay. I'm okay with this one. And let's see where we at. Okay, so now in this video, what we showed was, you know, how you can change the color of your background of the page of your URL, of your domain, and of your website. And we showed you how you can change the image that you have in there, and how you can tile it and arrange it. You can also, if you have a very large image in terms of pixels, right? So a pixel is like a tiny small unit on the screen, and then you have a pixel width and a pixel height. So if you have a very large image, something probably, you know, a couple of thousand by, I don't know, a few thousand or whatever, then you can make it kind of take up the whole entire screen pretty much. And again, remember that all depends on if you have which screen size that you're working on, how it will affect there. So if the image is not excessively large, if then I look at it on your domain on my big screen here, then I possibly will have something out here around the image which is uncovered by your image, and me personally, I don't really like that, but on a smaller screen, something that was optimized for a very large screen may not work as well for the small screen, because all of a sudden what you had out here that you wanted to show will not be shown on the small screen. So there are a few things there that you might like to look into. Some of the very large images that can be used and sometimes make sense is something that just kind of like adds an ambience to the theme just around the sides of your content area. And the content area is this part here, and then, you know, if you just have something that adds some sort of coloring or ambience or fogs or glitter or style or whatever it is, just around the edges of here, you might be in good hands. So anyway, I'm not actually going to go ahead and put in a big large image here. There can be a problem with large images, and that is that they can slow down the loading of your site, and we are all very impatient when we are online. So if a site takes too long to load, you may actually lose your visitor and they're off and, you know, running off to their Facebook or something else instead. Anyway, you saw how you can change the look of your page. And what we will go ahead and look at now, because it still does not quite look like yours. I'm trying to do a WordPress page here, and I still have these images preloaded from the platform. It's not something that has excessively much to do about what I'm trying to say, things about WordPress and so on, so I want to put in something there. I'll want to put in my own header. So that will be the next video that I'm going to show you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and your patience going through these things. I hope it's being made simple for you to understand, to quickly grasp it, and so that you can make your own site. Please do comment on the video. Please do share it with anybody that you think can make use of it, and give me your questions for what else you need to have answered, and I will be very glad to look at that too. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.